Hey guys, check out our COPO Camaro today. Stick around to the end of the video, we got a surprise coming. We like the Motion or Vibrant or whoever, just these type of clamps that allow some movement, as you can see right here, like if I move this in or out. So it'll allow us a little more forgiveness if like your stuff's not exactly straight or something like that, and you don't have this silicone hose holding it. Whenever you make high boost, it's gonna be a problem. So
okay.
Then we threw the motor in last night, and we're waiting on the intake. Should be here hopefully tomorrow, and then we can start welding up or fabbing up the intake pipe. So
nice.
we will see.
All right, give us a quick rundown. So
we pulled the 427.
Yeah.
We decided that the solid roller motor, which is what this one's a solid roller setup, would be better for a supercharged application. And we used the 427 out of this. It was originally built for turbos. So we decided we were gonna use that on the F-body. So we threw the 388 in, threw the new billet water pump on, because now that we're cog driven, we're not going to have the tensioner set up over here to run all this off of anymore. So we had to make that adjustment. And then other than that, we're not far away from being able to drop the radiator and all in. We'll probably wait till we kind of get some of this ironed out first. Thompson hooked us up with one of their 2,000 horsepower package motors. So
that's sick. What goes into it? What's the breakdown on the motor?
It's a billet dart crank. It's got boost line rods, diamond pistons. It's got T&B machine rockers, Morel lifters, Thompson's push rods, all that good stuff, and then of course the Frankenstein heads that are LS3 ported.
Nice.
So now we don't have to run an adapter plate. We didn't even know that till a couple days ago. We were over here and we stuck the intake, which is the bottom side of the intake. We stuck it on there and it lined up without a spacer plate now. So
easy enough.
Yeah, that's kind of the way we're looking at it. Eventually I'll probably buy another lower, and then I'll have somebody port the lower part of the Holly to match the Frankenstein ports.
This motor looks little in this car.
Yeah.
Compared to the other one.
Yeah.
The other one's just so wide, right?
Well, I think it's really the heads may have been a little taller, but they are pretty similar as far as dimensions. Their dimensions are pretty much the same, because I mean an LS is an LS, unless you get like a tall deck or something like that.
What's up with these motor mounts?
Okay, so COPO uses a set of motor mounts that just have two pedestals that come off of the bottom, and they're better in my opinion. Makes changing the motor in and out a lot easier, and it sets the motor a little bit higher in the car, but that's the only downfall, is the motor is a little higher. We still have to, no, we already put the cam sensor and all in, but we'll still have to wire the water pump in. See, it's all electric now, so the old one was mechanical, and I like mechanical better, but in this application, since there is no driver over here, no tensioner to put tension on all this stuff, we have to use the electric stuff. Yeah, see, this pulley is just basically going to be sitting there spinning. There's nothing it's really doing other than balancing the motor, and that's pretty much it. And then your alternator is going to be running on this one back here. So
on this tiny thing?
No, on this.
Oh, the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, on the bottom. Yeah, this is just a bonus piece from having to remove the pulley they had, the idler pulley that went over it. See, it was like a 1/2 inch bigger. If you look at that circumference, it was all the way out to like here.
Dang.
And I was like, that's going to be pretty close to getting into our belt on the bottom.
Yeah.
So we removed it. You can't get them without the idler pulley on there. You can, but they're in a LS1 form. So your intake port wouldn't be over here. It's like over on the bottom over here. So
that's in the way of the Procharger, right?
Yeah, and it's just inconvenient for us to have to replumb it. So if this does not work, we're going to end up putting a remote mount pump somewhere in the front of it, probably.
Okay.
We're going to try it like this, and if the belt looks like it's going to slap it or something, I don't think it will, because it's pretty much on the center line. And it should come out like that somewhere. Yeah. And then that should make things a lot easier on us. We'll see. Got a couple of little things left. The intake's the biggest deal, and then we're going to either tack it up and send it to Taylor or a fab person and have them do it. But we did buy a TIG welder. I am capable of TIG welding, so is Dad. We're just not sure what material we want to use yet. So we're looking at 304 stainless or aluminum, and
you don't want the cool color changing titanium?
No, and titanium will paint the weld. I don't feel like messing with it. So
what makes it so difficult from the other ones?
It's extremely sensitive to heat. Technically, by the book, if it turns blue, it's trash. And what I've experienced in the aircraft business is whenever titanium turns blue, it's not good for it.
The weakest?
Yeah. But in a turbo application, it's probably fine. You know, at least with turbo, you can pull over on the side of the road. With an airplane, you don't have that choice. So, it is what it is. So.
Dang. All right. Well, COPO's coming along.
Yeah, this one.
What do you timeline guessing?
I would say we'll probably have it started in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
As far as tuned, it'll probably take a month to get it back right, because we changed a lot. And we gotta extend some of the wiring harnesses in the back. Should have all that, I think, pretty much done. As long as I guessed right on what connectors needed, so we'll see. I think it's gonna be fine.
Well, it looks solid, and I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, it's gonna do well. I'm pretty excited about getting it back together.
What cam do we go with?
It is a custom cam. It should be really choppy.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it'll be way more aggressive than the cam that was in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was already nice.
Yeah, this is gonna be like more choppy.
That's sick.
So same lobe separation angle, pretty much, which is fine for a Procharger.
For all the actual nerds, what is it? You know?
I can't give you exact specs because it's one of Thompson's customs.
Okay.
But I'll tell you the lobe separation angle is like 117 plus 5. So.
Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty wide.
It's gonna be like, whoa.
Yeah, there you go.
That's gonna be cool. And with the Prochargers to make.
Yeah,
that's gonna be nice.
So it's gonna chop, and then the Procharger's gonna sound like the vet out there.
Oh, I love the vet.
Yeah.
We love the vet. Nice. All right. So besides that, all the motor work and everything.
Yeah, everything's pretty well done. Well, we put this new billet cover on too. You look like.
I was looking at that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's got a bearing in it that supports the crank for the cog. See how far out the cog hangs. So yeah. We don't want that breaking the front of the crank off. Yeah. So.
Dang Mustangs.
Yeah. Yeah, that too, but LS's have the same trouble if they got a cog system on. Problem with the cog system is you don't just get the belt rolling forward resistance, you also get the rear resistance, so this thing's jerking around all the time. So, especially with a big cam. So, it's hard on stuff. So.
There's no Like an extra bracket you can put on?
Well, that's basically what that is. You could build a external crank support that comes into the inside here. That's what a lot of the Mustang guys do.
Yeah.
But this is Joe Blow's Speed Shop's their billet timing cover with a bearing support in it, and it's got the ATI adapter in it. For the money that we gave for it, it's the simplest fix for it.
Okay.
So I mean, you're looking at like $1,300, I think, to buy the timing cover when it's all billet.
That's not bad.
Then it's got a bearing that rolls on the crankshaft, so if the crank does get some flex in it, it's extremely hard to flex it because you got all of the timing cover bolts holding it. So should be pretty sweet.
So it's like a one-piece safety sort of thing.
Yeah,
and it's billet, right?
Yeah, and it's billet, and it makes it shinier on the front. The whole motor looks good right now, but
yeah,
eventually all this will probably rust because it's not painted, you know. But that's okay. We like it to look old.
Is that an aluminum block?
No, this is iron block.
Iron?
It's a Dart SHP iron block.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah. So
the water pump stuff. What is it? What brand?
it's a Musier.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Stuff.
Yeah, they build a special pump for the COPO just for it.
Oh wow.
So I think that's going to be pretty sweet if we can make it all work. We still got to torque the water pump bolts, and had some kind of weird bracket that came with it, but we don't need it. I think it was for an AC or something. I don't even know why it's on there, to be honest. So
maybe it's for like all Camaros?
I think so, but I mean, this was a specialty deal for the COPO.
Because COPOs don't have AC, right?
No AC. They have an alternator, and that's the only other accessory. So, other than the water pump, you know, the old water pump was mechanical driven, so it drove off the supercharger belt. Yeah.
Dang. All right. Is this the?
Oh yeah, and we also did all the. I don't know if I showed you this last time. I can't remember. So we installed the ice tank.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah, and then the fuel is going to sit right where the square is.
Okay.
And the pumps are sitting right there, so we should have that all plumbed up. I gotta get a couple of bulkhead fittings to go through the bottom of the car, so we don't have to struggle with that.
That's a small fuel cell.
Yeah, it's right here.
It's always like that?
Been like that since factory. Drag pack same way, use the same cell. So it's just an aeromotive cell. We decided while we had it apart, we would actually put a plug-in fuel pump on it, so we didn't have to fight with that anymore too. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's we got to wrap up the shock wiring underneath, or the shock wiring, the shock.
This travel sensors?
Travel sensors, yeah. And then the laser ride height sensor for the front to prevent giant wheelies anyway, hopefully. So
we're gonna disconnect these wheelie bars, Lucas.
Well, they're not doing much good as high as they are anyway, so look how high they are. So I stick my
they are?
Yeah.
Normally they're like all on the ground.
Yeah, no, we've got them pretty high because if it does come up, I don't mind it coming up that high.
Yeah.
As long as I can set it down pretty quick. And then we have, I think there's one or two other things. I got a chiller temperature gauge that Kurt built for me. So I can monitor the temperatures of the ice tank, basically, or the water that's going into the intake.
Okay.
So, because that's what matters. We don't care how cold it is back here.
Yeah.
What matters is when it gets up there.
Gets up top.
Yep. So, yeah, we may end up having to redo the converter. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I think our stall's like 3,800 right now, and the cam should like that okay, but it may need like 4,200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because F1X, right?
Yep.
Oh, how much are we turning it up to?
30 pounds to start with, and then we'll probably go to 34. So, yeah, I'll probably the first few runs be at like 20 pounds to make sure all my fueling's still okay.
Yeah.
And because we're losing some pump velocity because the motor is smaller now. But with the new cam, it may still need all the fuel there. I don't know. We're just going to have to start it and see what it does. So
that startup's going to be rowdy.
Yeah, and the startup is probably going to be rich. If my math is right, it'll be probably 10%, maybe 15% rich. I'll have to pull a bunch of the fuel out of it.
Okay.
So if I do, I'll do a global adjustment, and we'll start there and then start making adjustments.
Maybe we do a live feed for the first startup? Maybe?
Yeah.
We'll knock something out like that?
Yeah,
That'd
maybe.
be kind of cool.
We could probably do that.
See all the live shenanigans they go into?
Yeah, me cussing the car and threatening to sell it and everything.
Regretting life?
Yeah, there you go. That's what you got to do, though. Race car life, man.
No, this thing is sweet. Has it been a year?
Yeah, right at it.
Right?
Really. I think late April will be a year, and it'll probably be late April. So
when it's back out?
Yeah, we had it back up for a short time. Then the seal blew on the Magnuson.
Yeah.
It was ready to roll again, but we didn't lose the motor. We blowed the head gasket about this time last year, and I remember walking out to the shop smelling antifreeze when it started, and Dad and I brought it over here, changed the head gasket, everything seemed okay, and then we got this problem again. So, and the easiest thing to do with these things when that happens is just jerk the motor out of them. I mean, it's like an hour-and-a-half job probably to do a motor swap.
But you got, what, 4 bolts? You should hook all the lines?
You got the converter bolts, the bell housing bolts, then the 2 motor mount bolts, and then if you desire to, you can pull the radiator. We'll probably have to pull the radiator from this point forward, or we'll have to pull the front off of the ATI. Because it's too close up there. Yeah.
Just slide out.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But other than that, it's not a complete pain to work with.
Are you expecting the Procharged to be more torquey?
No.
More power.
It's gonna hook better and it'll make better power down range. And then you're going from like 20 pounds of boost max, which is what we had, to 30 to 36. So it should theoretically. I know they say that the Procharged is only rated for 1,400 horsepower, but I'm gonna say this car's gonna make closer to 17 or 18. So it depends on what. I think our new compression ratio is like 10:8 to 1. Yeah. So to put it in perspective, this car was like 9.5 to 1. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's a big bump in compression. We're making power gains across the board. If I had to guess, the only place we might lose some is in the cubic inches. So we'll see what happens.
Smaller motor.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
So what on the they're basically both supercharged like applications, right? But why is this one going to make more power or more boost?
Well, it's going to make more boost because the Procharged is more efficient at making boost without generating a ton of heat, and the Procharged doesn't overspeed till like 72,000 RPM. Whereas a Magnuson, once you start getting over 24, you start getting into the danger zone, if I'm not mistaken. And see, the Procharged works a lot like a turbocharger. It's just a belt-driven turbocharger. That's basically what it is. So yes, you can call it a supercharger, but it's kind of a crossbreed between a turbo and a supercharger. And I think that's one of the efficiencies of it. If you think about the rotating weight of a Procharger, you can turn a Procharger with the end of your finger. A Magnuson, you have to like grab it and turn it because you're moving about 20 pounds of rotating mass.
The mass? Yeah.
So it should be more efficient in that way too, and have less motor loss is what I'm thinking. We'll see. Cog systems on this is all new to me. But we're gonna throw everything at it. If it doesn't work, I'll change it over to turbocharged. I don't care.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling that the Procharger will be plenty for this car.
Is this the first this gen COPO?
Yeah, this will be the first 6th generation Procharged COPO. Now there is a 5th gen that's turbo and a 5th gen that's Procharged, but I think they use like a F2, like an old school F2 on it. I think Gas Monkey built it, if I'm not mistaken, or somebody like them built it. So as far as I know, this is the first 6th generation. Now, I don't know anybody that just took one and did this to it.
Chopped it up, raced it.
Yeah, ground on it, whatever, you know. We didn't hurt it any. We didn't hurt the structure of it, but we had to grind on it in the front to clear the Procharger.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to keep it as close into the motor as we could to prevent, you know, torsional problems from happening. So I can't wait to get it out and wash it. You know, it's disgusting right now.
Yeah, it's a little dirty. Couple dust here and there.
Yeah, it's been in here a while, so I'm ready to get it out and get it to the track if all goes well.
Guys, Lucas secretly built this for me so I can learn how to drive this.
There you go, that's it. Yeah, no, we're gonna put you in the Mustang. That's what we need. So thanks guys for checking out our COPO. This is an update on it. We haven't made a lot of progress, but we've been waiting on parts. But you guys might want to check out the next video because we got something that I bet you guys ain't expecting us to get. Thank y'all for checking us out. Like and subscribe.